anymore, I know. In the first two seasons. First two?
He did 1 and 2.
He did seasons 1 and 2. I saw Jimmy. I mean, at one point, I thought he was fucking Grimace from McDonald's with a bra. Like, he had some monsters. Are you just better at it than he is? And like Nick, he seems to have relatively attractive gals to be a companion to, even though he's covered in moss.
Moss.
His moss tattoo. What the fuck is that guy's tattoo?
I think he had one of those monsters from the show Alien on there for some reason at one time, and then I think he decided it was a bad idea, so he tried to cover it up. That's, I think, the true story.
But it's not like leaves. It looks like moss combined with like a tree frog's hands.
Well, maybe he was in a creative cycle, and he was into tree frogs at that time. I don't know. We change, and this is the thing about tattoos.
I've seen your photos. I saw your mullet. I saw your beard. I saw you in a white suit on your wedding day. And I got to tell you, my man, this is your best look. My wife and I were watching the show. She goes, this is his best look. You can't really say that for a guy. I mean, Christ, you're 33 years old. You got the world by the balls.
I love you.
You got your veneers all straightened out.
I don't have veneers. My teeth are all fucking real.
There was
I don't have one veneer in my mouth.
Not one?
Not fucking one.
Why do you shave your arms? You don't think that's weird?
No, I shave him because when I used to compete in bodybuilding, I shaved him then, and I've just shaved him ever since.
It takes up
I
a
thought
lot
it
of
was
time.
pretty. No, it doesn't. Not with me. I'm not a hairy man.
All right, so
I
Nick
am not
and
hairy.
you,
I've evolved.
Nick and you,
hairy fuckers are still like cavemen.
Nick and you seem to get very high quality women to spend time with. It seems like Vin and Jimmy from season 1 and 2. Jimmy especially. It's almost like, hey Jimmy, here's some money. Here's a call. Go fuck that trash heap over there with eyes.
Well, some people will do, or a wood pile with something.
Remember the trash heap from Fraggle Rock? Jimmy fucked it.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't speak for anyone else.
But you watch the show.
Everybody runs their own business the way they want to run it. I mean, some people have to do what they have to do for money, and again, I just don't get. I don't, whatever. I don't do it. I don't have to do it. I never have, and I never will. I prefer, wealthy women that are, classy and clean and attractive and not, hit and, out of shape. And, there's just certain clientele that I'll take, and that's it.
Do you ever take Viagra?
The first time I took Viagra, I had a nosebleed, and I bled all over a chick's vagina.
You got your period of Viagra.
And I didn't know where it was coming from, and it was just blood all over the place. And that was about 7 years ago, but I've taken it a few times since, and I don't know if it does much for me. I don't really need to take it because I'm just very virile.
You're just a saber-tooth?
I'm a fucking hybrid saber-tooth. And actually, you can call it a liger. I'm a cross between a lion and a tiger.
I see people hitting you up on Twitter with pictures of tigers and lions. It's pretty cool.
Did you know a tiger or a lion can fuck 40 times in one day? Cook one off 40 times. 40 cooks in one day.
Cook one
I
off?
love to cook, man.
40 times?
I'm just a cook. Just a cook.
That's why you have such a huge pride. Because what's the most amount of times you've had sex in one day? Professionally.
Oh, let me see.
I'm good for one every 72 hours.
I only know really in one day.
Much older than
in one day, I probably only have done 5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And that was on a vacation type thing.
So it wasn't professionally?
It was, but I was with someone somewhere for a week.
So let's talk about some of your castmates. I know you're not going to throw anybody under the bus. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say back when you see all those pictures of
Braceman?
Tigers and saber-tooth tigers on my Twitter, because that's the cover of my male enhancement product called Roar. It's a all-natural male enhancement product called
maca
Roar.
root?
There's everything in it.
Salt?
It's full of amazing products that make your dick chub up. And if you take it, you should be taking it every day. But if you take a couple before you have sex, too, it chubs it out a little bit more and increases your desire. And Roar will make you fucking score.
I like that.
And Roar, it takes Roar to score on your favorite whore before you throw her out the fucking door.
So you will give complimentary Roar to me and Angie here?
If I had some on me, you guys could have some Roar. You could roar it up.
Send some over.
No doubt. I will send you each your own supply of Roar.
It seems
you can
like
roar out.
It seems like in the beginning of the show, when it first started, when Gigolos first started, it seems like they wanted to sort of make you this caricature of like this Spicoli stoner surfer guy that was kind of dumb and like there's Braceisms.
Yeah, right.
But then as the show progressed, it turns out you're kind of smart, and you always give
Kind of.
yeah, kind of.
I'm really
jury's out.
smart.
The jury's out.
I'm really smart.
Well, you're you know what?
I may talk slow, but I'm smart.
You're East Lansing smart.
I'm smart enough to be able to not have to work again for the rest of my life.
Is
Never
that
make
so?
another penny, yeah.
That's what Wayne Newton thought too. He filed for bankruptcy this week.
Well, I know.
Guy's got a fucking
Yeah,
theater
but
named after him.
I
How do you go
don't know
broke?
if he hasn't. He must have not hid his money anywhere. I don't know.
You know what? He didn't take Roar, so he could
And
score with
he
his
did
Roar
not
and throw
take
her out
Roar.
the door. Now he's got to give away Bengal Tigers to save his life.
I understand. A lot happens to a lot of people.
Would you agree, first season of the show, that they tried to maybe paint you as sort of like the surfer, like, hey,
Well,
like let's party,
Well,
bro.
because of my look dictates that, and I think a lot of people do think that. I think a lot of people look at me, I'm like a bodybuilder, and I'm tan, and kind of pretty laid back and everything, and people judge people in society all the time. And
drink some water. You're fucking dying.
I know
of
I'm dying over here,
bronchitis or something. What's
but
happening?
but
Is
bottom
that from your job? Do you ever get worried whenever you get like a cold or like bronchitis?
Shut
Like,
up. No, I
the
don't.
bag
I don't put
popped.
myself in that position. But where were we?
You were talking about. Were you aware of the fact that they were painting you as like the stoner guy?
No, not really, because I just, I let it flow, and I knew that, given time and the opportunity that, I have a lot of depth and I can do whatever I want on the show, and which I think I have.
Okay, as a viewer, let me interrupt you. As a viewer, I'll give you a dose of reality.
Okay.
I watched season 1 with my wife. I'm watching like a not so bright stoner guy.
Okay.
Season 2, I'm watching a stoner guy. They're trying to paint you a little bit as a villain. You and that guy with the lisp, who I think maybe
Jimmy.
was Jimmy, a little
Oh
sexually.
no, Steven was.
Steven, little sexually ambiguous. I'm going to say for the record, I'm not so sure he was entirely straight. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Jay Moore's opinion.
Okay.
I think Steven maybe, took the skin bus up the wrong road a couple times.
I wouldn't know.
And they tried to paint you guys like you guys were you're playing volleyball. You told them to quit smoking, and they tried to make it like you were being a dick. This is what I saw.
Okay.
Season 3, I watch you get reunited with a woman that broke your heart.
That was 2,
All right, let me finish.
I think.
Season 3, I was still tripping out about season 2,
Okay.
where you get reunited with a woman that broke your heart.
Okay.
And we see you pick your friend Jay up, not me, regrettably.
Yeah.
But you know what? In the future, I'll fucking pick you up at the
Thank
airport.
you.
LAX.
Thanks
we'll do
for
it.
that.
And then you and your the woman that broke your heart, you confront her. You were very heated up about it.
Was I?
And we saw an absolute human being behind the Spicoli facade of, hey, bud, those guys are fags. We're going over to London and jam with the Stones. So look, I'm being serious.
Okay.
I know Spicoli impression. You were so human. You were very kind. You mended a fence. You let someone know that they had hurt you. All of a sudden, Showtime has a little bit of a problem on their hands. The guy that they cast to be the stoner surfer guy, turns out he's got a huge heart.
What, so you can't be a stoner surfer and have a heart too? Which
Not-
I've never surfed before, and I don't smoke pot hardly ever, but yeah.
Not the way I'm talking about, the way they cast it. And you're
Yeah.
too smart to play this off that you weren't being cast. Jimmy's the musician. Nick is the hot guy who can rap. Oof. Here's the other thing, season 2. You're watching Nick rap.
Yes.
Everyone is laughing their balls off at Nick's rap. It's, as a viewer, I'm laughing my balls. My wife and I are going, this is horrible. Everyone's laughing at Nick on the show. You have your arms folded and you look at the TV and all you said to Nick was, it looks like you guys spent a lot of time on this. That's what a father says to his son who stinks at Little League Baseball. Like you wouldn't slant. Everyone was laughing openly at the guy. You were very kind. So now
am.
Showtime has a problem on their hands. Brace is becoming a star because you got Braceology and Brace Wisdom and the Brace Philosophy, and you got Braceland, and you got Gigolo Brace. You got this brand brewing, but all of a sudden, Showtime might have made the fatal flaw of all fatal flaws. They let America see that there's a great guy behind all the goofiness and all the enemas and all the
Clowning.
Botox shots and all the clowning around and the Padron and pineapple juice I'm telling you, man, you're going to be bigger after this season. You're going to be too big for this show. You're going to have your own show.
You think so? That's what I want. I want my own show. That's my goal from the day I stepped on the first step.
I think you should have a show just doing chin-ups naked.
Chin-ups?
That's the whole show, and it's a 4-minute show.
I can't do that many anymore.
Well, then that's why it's only a 4-minute show. The thing, my wife saw an episode of you, and you're with a woman who was a cancer patient.
Yes.
And you cried in that episode. We saw you completely human, broken down elementally to a super nice, beautiful, kind, caring, loving man and showing compassion for your fellow human. And this beautiful woman, you were on her bucket list.
I was. But why do you think, why can't I have all those qualities because of what I look like? Who says that I didn't have that just because I look the way that I do?
No, I'm celebrating those qualities on this podcast.
I understand
and I'm
that.
saying,
and I thank you for saying that.
Let's not bullshit each other. I've been a television producer. When you put a show together, you need a cast of characters. That's not what they thought was going to happen.
I believe that.
When Bray shows up and says, let's go to 7-Eleven, bro, and work it out.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, because they looked at me and they said he's this tan, blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy that used to compete in bodybuilding, and he's some dumbass. And, yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is everybody pigeonholes people that look like me, and I'm not like that. I have a lot of depth, and I'm a very sensitive person. I've done all kinds of things and been through a lot of things, which has made me the person that I am today. And yeah, you know, good luck, good thing for Showtime that I think they found me because I think I make them money.
Well, you definitely make them money, and I'm going to say kudos to them. And I was commending you.
I know you were.
And I'm just saying, as a producer,
I've got a lot to say, damn it.
I want you to do most of the talking. My wife has a question.
Okay.
It seems that the way that they position you is the way that network TV often positions chicks.
Exactly.
They treat you the way they treat a pretty broad.
So
and they assume that's all you're going to be. And when it's a reality show, they like he said, even if it's a reality show, you're still trying to, put together a cast of characters.
Yes.
They thought
yes.
they were going in for one thing.
Yes.
You're going to be the comic relief / semi. Is he going to be like the villain, creepy guy?
Yeah.
And it rolled out, and what my beloved is saying is they got a problem because the cracks showed, which is you're kind. And that's not what they bargained for.
My wife wants to have sex with you, Bryce.
I don't blame her.
I know, I'm joking. High-fiving on that. I love it.
Well, it's good that she's dedicated to you, Jay. She
I don't
should
have
be.
sex with anybody but her until the day
I love that.
die.
No,
don't you miss that, though?
I appreciate
Don't you miss
that.
the monogamy? Don't you miss having a wife?
Let me tell you something. When I was married to my wife, I loved her 80%. And I leave out 20% because there was just something there where she never surrendered to me the whole time because and whatever it was. And I'm just saying, yes, there was a part of me that loved. I did. I mean, I slept with her every night for 7 years. And that was something that I had to, it was a big change, but she wasn't the one for me. I needed someone who totally surrenders to me and is just, is on my team 100%. And she really wasn't. She was on her mom's team. Did she cheat on you? Yeah, in the end, she did. But she was on her mother's team and her sister's team. They were more important to her than anybody else. So, her mom and her sister. So I'm like, go fucking bang your mom then. After you bang that guy that ex football player or whoever.
So she was a motherfucker, as my wife.
Whatever. She wanted to be in the bars all the time and shit like that. So I was over that shit a long time before I actually had to throw her out.
But why give that woman? Because we saw this in the show, Gigolos. Why give that woman so much power to deny yourself the ability to surrender to a woman if you find true love?
Yeah, but
have you sworn it off?
No.
Oh,
not at all. No, but nobody's.
Because on the show, you and Vin high-fived about fuck that. I'm never getting married again.
We do, but the bottom line is I'm very in control of my life. I'm very aware of who I meet, and I haven't met anybody that I think is solid enough to ride the Brace train forever. And it's a good train to be on.
How many cars?
To it.
Do I need a ticket? How many cars in the Braves
well,
train?
you could be on it, but you can't be on the train that I'm talking about as far as abroad.
No, I just want to go for the ride in the circle. I just want to be able to wear the little hat.
We do want to ride together on another type of a Braves train.
Side by side. Side by side.
And we can high five it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Co-conductor.
I don't know. Who knows?
Co-conductor we could be.
I don't give
A quick trip to the post office is never
I don't have one veneer in my mouth.
Not one?
Not fucking one.
Why do you shave your arms? You don't think that's weird?
No, I shave him because when I used to compete in bodybuilding, I shaved him then, and I've just shaved him ever since.
It takes up
I
a
thought
lot
it
of
was
time.
pretty. No, it doesn't. Not with me. I'm not a hairy man.
All right. So
I am
Nick
not
and
hairy.
you,
I've evolved.
Nick and
You
you
hairy
seem,
fuckers are still like cavemen.
and I got to tell you, my man, this is your best look. My wife and I were watching the show. She goes, "This is his best look." You can't really say it for a guy. I mean, Christ, you're 33 years old. You got the world by the balls.
I love you.
You got your veneers all straightened out.
I don't have veneers.
You
My
share
teeth
your
are all
you sh-
fucking real.
There was a
I don't-
break anymore, I know. In the
No.
first two seasons. First two?
He did 1 and 2.
He did seasons 1 and 2. I saw Jimmy. I mean, at one point, I thought he was fucking Grimace from McDonald's with a bra. Like he had some monsters. Are you just better at it than he is? And like Nick, he seems to have relatively attractive gals to be a companion to, even though he's covered in moss.
Moss.
His moss tattoo. What the
moss.
fuck is that guy's tattoo?
I think he had one of those monsters from the show Alien on there for some reason at one time, and then I think he decided it was a bad idea, so he tried to cover it up. That's, I think, the true
But
story.
it's not like leaves. It looks like moss combined with like a tree frog's hands.
Well, maybe he was in a creative cycle, and he was into tree frogs at that time. With I don't know. We change, and this is the thing about tattoos.
I've seen your photos. I saw your mullet. I saw your beard. I saw you in a white suit on your wedding day.